You know what? That's actually so deep, because can you imagine, like, God forbid this never happens to any of us, yeah? But you reading a letter of basically saying that your daughter's going to get killed by getting taken to India. You imagine your shit would come out.
I respect that, because I know, and I think we all know, plenty of people that aren't maybe happy.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they don't do much about it.
No.
They won't get the steps in.
Yeah.
They won't watch what they eat.
If someone's walking into your house and your mum's smashing a coconut at the front, yeah, they're going to be like, listen, is your mum like, is she okay or something? Like, she got nuts. Yeah. Any child is a gift from God.
A gift, yeah.
It doesn't matter if it's a boy or a girl, or if they've got learning difficulties, or if they haven't got learning difficulties, if they're short, they're fat, they're skinny.
Yeah.
Any child is a gift from God.
I want them to see that I'm a fitness girl, but I can also do
different things. Finance,
I can also do, you know, modelling, I can do all this and that. So you can't always be tied to one thing.
Yeah.
You can always branch out. There's no stop to your doors, anything like that.
Yeah.
Doors always open.
Welcome back, guys, to the Between Cultures podcast with me, Diamond.
Me, Arsalan.
And special guest today,
Seema.
Hey.
And
we're at Birmingham again. Again, we travelled up to Birmingham because we're doing a little collaboration. But big shout out to Copper Club. You know, it's the home of the Between Cultures podcast. We always appreciate their support, letting us film there. So big shout out to Copper Club.
Big shout out. And I think I've said this before in a previous one. I just want to apologise again. It is very hot. And if I'm sweaty again, honestly, I'm baking. I stacked it.
It is quite, I'm not going to lie, it's quite warm, to be fair.
We had the fan on earlier.
Yeah.
And unfortunately it makes too much noise, so we've had to turn it off. How are we?
Good, excited.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How was it getting in?
It was all right. It was only half an hour drive, so yeah.
Nice.
When we told you how long it took us, you were like...
Yeah, I was shocked. I was like, what the hell?
It's commitment, isn't
I
it?
didn't even know it was by the train station. I could have caught the train, but then I know yesterday the trains were cancelled, so...
Oh, shit, fair.
Where is the train? Oh, yes.
It's right there.
It's right where we went.
Yeah.
It's an interesting, because where we've come here in the past, we're like, because we get confused by the Grand Central and the Bullring.
Yeah.
So we get confused by the two sometimes, because they
Doesn't
just...
it link? It links from the train station.
I'm sure it does,
It
but
does.
we haven't
Yeah.
worked that out yet, I'll be honest
There's
with
like a little interlink thing that you do. It's by Talk Social and it takes you straight to Boring.
Oh, that's that bridge where we're...
Yeah, it's a bridge.
you. What day is that?
Where we get the cookies, yeah.
Oh, that was banging, by the way. I don't know if
Yeah.
you've tried them. What are they called?
Joe's Cookies.
Joe's Cookies.
They're
I've
really
been
good.
past it, but I've never
You
had
should have
them.
went today. They're giving
You
out
should
free
have gone today.
samples.
No, I'll go after.
Yeah.
Try it out.
Make the use of it.
Literally free. Also, guys, we made some videos with them. So check their page out and you'll see Diamond.
Listen, I ain't going to make it on the page, bruv. I literally just... So he said to us, can you make a quick video? And it's just me pulling out it from the bag, yeah? He actually done it properly. Like,
Well, yeah, it's content, bro. I went, well, ooh, or some shit like that. But if you see us there, make sure to tag us and get your cookies from Joe's Cookies.
Joe's Cookies.
Anyway, enough of the cookies. Do you want to introduce yourself? Tell everyone about yourself a little bit.
Yeah. So obviously, my name's Seema. I'm into my fitness. I don't know what to say. Like,
Just
Yeah.
general. So you obviously got into the fitness side of things, but you are also another finance individual like this young man here.
yes, I am. So I've just completed my AAT.
There's 4 levels to that, or 5.
Four. So obviously I started from level 2, worked myself up to level 4. Did the apprenticeship route, so
Sick.
I stayed away from uni and
Yeah.
all that.
It's
So
better, to be fair.
Yeah.
Like, in all fairness, like, just doing the uni route, you're just getting yourself into debt, and you're going to end up the same position as someone else anyway.
I just didn't want that kind of lifestyle, as well as, like, you know, the party life, and I just wanted to go straight into work. So originally, before I did finance, I did hairdressing.
Oh,
so I did
really?
2 years into college in hairdressing.
So if
and
we
then-
ever need a haircut, we know who to come to.
Yeah, not me no more. It's been years. Obviously, when COVID hit, I was like, it's a dead end for me. What can I do? So then in lockdown, I did my business course, and then I went straight into finance from there.
So
My
what-
first apprenticeship.
So because you've obviously gone from one side to the other. So where did the idea of finance come from?
So I originally wanted to do finance when I left school, but it sounds stupid. I thought I was too thick to do it. So when I signed up for my course for hairdressing, she was like, why are you doing hairdressing? Your grades are good. Do finance or business.
Yeah.
She gave me the number. I stuck it on the fridge, and then I was like, I'll do hair first. I wanted to see it out. And then obviously COVID hit, and I had to have that moment where I was like, this isn't for me. Couldn't always do mobile hairdressing, but I just knew my heart wasn't in it fully. So that's when I started looking for my finance apprenticeships, and then I got into the door.
You went from one hostile environment to another. So one was all the ladies with the haircuts, and another one from Not saying he tells bad stories. He loves his workplace, but there's some interesting.
The thing is, but I think where you work, obviously at a school, I think it makes it a lot nicer. The people are a lot more friendly.
I haven't always been at school, so
you not?
my first apprenticeship was in a limited company.
Oh,
so that's where I did my level 2. So that's where I had most exposure. Then from level 3 to 4, went to school.
Oh, lovely.
Sorry, can I ask? Because you said this earlier about school. What do you mean by that? Because I've got no idea.
Public finance, so
Literally
academy finance.
Yeah, like private schools, stuff like that. Like, so let's say there's a private school which I audit, yeah? I'll go in, essentially review their accounts.
Yeah.
So look at them as A to B, we'll sign them off, and that's it.
But
like,
what's the school? So you're working within these schools.
Yeah.
That's what you mean.
So that's our client. So the school, so for me, like, I would go up to Seema and be like, Seema, I need X, Y, and Z documentation. And she'll be like, this auditor is
Go
asking for
away.
101 bits of documentation. And like, so that's it. And then she's our client.
I do find it funny when you finance individuals get together and the conversations you have.
Yeah.
It's like when, people talk about cars, that love cars, or they talk about the gym, as we'll be discussing. And from an out person's like point of view, just like, like, what are they talking about? But that's good though.
Jargon.
That was really good. Can I ask, so with the gym side of things, we'll obviously go into a bit more detail with that.
Yeah.
Right at this moment of time, what do you enjoy more? The potential of what the finance side can become. I think I know the answer to this, but I'm still going to ask, or what the gym side can become.
I love both. Like, I'd never give up my finance because I feel like that's my ground. Like, that's something I'll always carry on. But my heart's in gym, so I like to pursue something on the side with that.
Yeah.
Because it's something that I've grown from, something that I can say I've grown from it and seen results. And it's made me the person I can be today. Like, before I started gym, I was so quiet, I had no confidence. And then I went into the world of gym, met all these people, and it's like, wow, it's opened so many doors for me. And like, met so many amazing people on this journey. So I think my heart's more in the gym on that kind of side of things, but I still want to do both.
So how do you sort of like balance, like, obviously your work's quite serious, like you've got like quite a hands-on job. How do you sort of balance like going to the gym then as well? Do you go before work, after work, meal prep?
Yeah, so obviously you work 8 to 4 in the week, and then I'll come home from work and then obviously have my pre-workout snack and then go straight to gym. And I'll come home from gym if I don't talk, probably like 8-9 o'clock, and then obviously get myself prepared for the next day. And then weekends are always like meal prep, get myself ready for the week, washing. So it's like you never get a break. But when I was doing my studying, half of my days would just beat up because of that. So I used to take turns, so obviously 3 days a week in the gym, and then the other days would be studying after work. So it's either gym or studying.
It's long, I can relate to that, because it's like you have to find the balance, but you also don't want to burn the candle too much where you're like studying too much and you're not doing anything else, because then it's counterproductive.
I think I did that a lot. So with my studying, I used to panic when my exams came, and I used to just crash out, and I used to be like, guys, don't disturb me. So I'd either go to Costa, and I'd be like, guys, I'm going to revise, and I'll stay at Costa, or I'll lock myself in my room and nobody would disturb me. So I've had to miss out on a lot of things, like when my family go out and stuff, or friends go out, I've missed it all. Because I'd rather put the studying. I was such a freak, like, when it comes to studying.
This guy's bad like that as well.
My walls are just full of posters. Like,
I quite lock myself in the room. Like, literally, my routine was wake up about 4 o'clock in the morning, go for like a 5-minute walk around the block, and then start revising until about 8. 8:30, have like 8, 8:30, then have breakfast, log on for work, and then evening gym, sauna, just repeat.
It's a good lifestyle to have, though, that you're locked in. So like in that period of studying, on the first year, I didn't go out at all. I had no life. So it was either at work, gym, studying, and I seen the best results. Like, I locked in, focused on myself, and I got the results after. That's my exams.
So what was your upbringing like? That's obviously where we've skipped a few steps. What was your upbringing like, sort of house life, stuff like that?
So obviously I've got 3 sisters. I'm the youngest son.
You're the youngest?
Youngest son, yeah. So I got babied a lot, or I got hidden from a lot of conversations. And
so this is an interesting one, because we've just done a topic on this, So do you think it's harder to be the youngest child, or do you think it's harder to be the oldest?
I think youngest, because as a youngest, I feel like you don't get neglected, but because I've had 3 sisters, they all had their little clique. So, because me and my other sister, we got 1 year gap. We had our little clique, but they always include her, not me, because I was youngest. So I was always a mommy's girl. And with my older sister, they used to just do their own thing and just leave me. So it's like, I used to see, and he used to hide me from a lot of things, and I'm not dumb, I could hear conversations, and that's what used to like really pee me off with that. So yeah, I think youngest has been hardest.
He said the same thing. I thought it was the eldest because I'm the eldest from my end, but it's quite interesting where you said about they'll hide certain things, even though even at such a young age, you can work it out. Definitely. It's very interesting. But for daughters,
3 sisters.
3 sisters. Was it like very like between you girls? Was it very, or was it like let's help each other? Because you get 1 or 2. Either the girls are like super cutesy with each other. Like my sisters are very cutesy. I'll be honest with you, they're very cutesy with each other. But then I've seen others and they're just like.
It was a mixture. So I think it'd only blow off if someone's touched someone's things or they're not sharing or something like that. But I think because obviously it's just being my mum and my sisters, we grew up quite tight. So my older sisters were really overprotective over me and my other sister. We was just like, we was on a strict program. Like I couldn't have a boyfriend. I wasn't allowed to wear makeup, nothing like that. Like my sister just wanted us to like. I'd see where they got it from, but at the same time we wanted to experience things ourselves and like make these lessons and stuff. But I feel like sometimes shelter. Too strict. They're actually like my mum sometimes.
I think it's a hard one because like as you get older you can probably now understand why they done certain things or why they sort of said to you, but when you're in the position it's hard to be like, oh, why she keeps saying that to me, and not that you'll butt heads, but it's sort of a bit like you do sort of not resent them, but you're a bit like sake, like just take a day off sort of thing.
I used to hide stuff from them as well. So me and my other sister, 1 year older, we used to like talk between ourselves, and if she needs to tell me anything that they couldn't know, we used to tell each other. And we used to keep our little clique.
You always have that though, I've noticed with like siblings. Like it could be, because not that I have cliques with my sisters, but with one of my sisters, so they're all 3 younger than me. With one of them I'll have X conversation. With another one, we have Y conversation, and then with the other one is Z.
100% agree.
It's just naturally I would go to her for one, her from another. It's a bit of a strange one. But where you said obviously it's you, your sisters, and your mum. So what happened? What's going on there?
My mum was originally married to my dad, so it was arranged/love. So they met each other at a shop, and they kicked it off from there. And then my nanny and nonna got them arranged marriage, and he was originally from India. So obviously they got married and had the perfect life and had the first 2 kids. And obviously because he was from India, he had to get his visa. So my 2 sisters was his stay. And then it just started going left from there, really.
So he was from India, and mum was from here?
Yeah, so my nanny and nonna from India, and my mum's born here.
Okay. And then, so how long did it take for him to sort his visa out to come here?
So when my mum got married on the wedding day, they couldn't go to the party because the immigration people were coming. So that's when the visa was happening, I think, for him to get his stay. And then obviously he got his stay with my 2 sisters. So I think if you have the 2 kids,
it makes it a lot easier. I know back in the days it used to be a lot easier if you've got like, because I think there's like a saying, correct me if I'm wrong, anyone in the comments, but like basically what the idea was is that if you've got a family, you've got a husband, wife and kids, regardless of how the person sort of come or if they've overstayed a visa or if they shouldn't be sort of, because I think you have to apply for certain stuff when you need to. They basically say is that they never want to break up a family. So like in that situation, your mum would then be on her own and he would have had to then go back to India. And from what I've been told, like, and I used to watch a lot of like border documentaries. And it's like apparently if you get kicked out or taken out of the UK, and especially coming from like India and stuff, not that it's impossible, it makes it ridiculously hard to get back in.
So.
So then 2 sisters moved over to here. And then
what happened there?
You said it all turned left.
So they got married and then he just turned nasty, because from what my mum was telling me, so when my nanny used to come over and like visit us, he used to be the nice act, and then when my nanny used to go, he used to call my mum a gunjari, like all the words under the sun. And then that's when the abuse started happening. So he used to hit my mum. My mum's got epilepsy, so he used my mum's epilepsy for her to say she's gone mental. So he played on that, and then I think his family from India didn't like my mum because she wasn't your typical Indian woman. They used to pick on her a lot because she was a dark-skinned woman as well. Well, she, not dark, but she had colour. I think back in the day, your tradition is the light woman is the most beautiful one. So obviously they didn't like my mum because of that. And then my mum must have found a letter from India, and the plan was to take my mum over to kill her off and leave me and my sisters without a mum. So then that's when my mum thought, okay, we need to go. Me and the girls need to go. And
so she just picked up and sort of...
Yeah, just left.
You know, I find that really interesting, because, you know, like where you say like Nani and Nana, then obviously put them two together. So he knew sort of this sort of stuff, like her skin. Like, I'm not being funny. He wouldn't have been blind at that sort of stage.
Yeah.
So where do you think, like, do they have like a little bit of guilt with the whole situation, or how do they deal with it?
No. They were the best people. Like, if my mum wasn't happy, they would say leave. So when my mum found that letter, my mum couldn't obviously understand it. She went straight to my nonna.
Oh,
Nonna
it was in
read
Hindi?
it. Yeah, it was in Hindi. So it was a letter from India. And my mum obviously couldn't read what it meant. So she used to, she went to my nonna and he read it all out and said, you leave.
You know what? That's actually so deep, because can you imagine, like, God forbid this never happens to any of us, but you reading a letter of basically saying that your daughter's going to get killed by getting taken to India.
Yeah.
You imagine your shit would come out.
Yeah.
Like, your whole life would stop, because obviously we haven't got kids yet, but everyone knows that realistically, once you have kids, your whole life changes. Like, it's just not the same.
Yeah.
So for them to literally read that your daughter's going to be taken to India and she's going to get... So that must have been like a massive wake-up call for them.
I think I was 5 at the time, but because of the abuse side of things, I used to still see things and, you know, hear shouting and stuff, or it would kick off, and then my sister would push us in the other room. So again, I get they were protecting us, but then we wanted to still try and protect
I think
mum.
the other issue is as well, it becomes a bit normalised. Like,
Yeah,
you
it
know,
does.
your barrier of entry. Like,
Yeah.
if you just hear like a little bit of shouting, a little bit of an argument, you're like, oh, that's all right. It's like, it's normal.
Yeah.
But like, it's not saying that it is normal. It's like, do you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
like, you're so used to a higher threshold,
Yeah.
and you don't actually... You become desensitized, that's the word.
Yeah. It's not normal though, it's not. So
Nah.
I get why my sisters used to move us, or my mum would
Protection.
take us to her friends, because back in the day, every neighbour, they used to be tight. So
Yeah.
my mum used to be tight with the neighbours, and we became close friends with the kids. So she'd take us to their house, or they'd come to ours and whatnot. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird. You know what? Just from like a third party point of view, where you said about the neighbours, bro. If I was hearing that with one of my neighbours, I don't know. You'd want to be like, "What go on here, bro?"
I
Like,
think it's a very difficult situation, because I was watching this crime documentary recently, it's really interesting, because long story short, there was domestic violence and abuse going on next door. The woman knew it was going on and she was trying to help the girl,
Yeah.
but she still went back. And it's hard, because she even said to the woman, she said, look, she came from abroad, and she goes, look, I'm going to tell you like what I would say to my daughter.
Yeah.
This is not going to change. But internally it's hard.
Yeah.
And that poor woman actually did end up dying. And she died quite when you looked at it, it was like 90 stab wounds.
Yeah. Well, that kind of happened with my sister. So obviously my sister's got a child, and with her partner, he used to do the same to her. So she's seen my mum have it, and then it happened to her.
Yeah.
So she's had that kind of vicious cycle. But she used to go back, and then I used to always be sick to my stomach thinking, as something happened to her, so I used to always go and see her regular. And at the time I wasn't driving, so I'd have to get the bus down.
Yeah.
And obviously when I started getting my car, that's when I used to have my niece a lot more.
Yeah.
Because it's just scary thinking, is one blow to the head going to be the death of
Yeah,
them?
the last,
Yeah.
So then that's like, obviously your mum's had to like leave and like flee your dad sort of thing.
Yeah.
So then how did your family react? Because not stereotype, but like from a South Asian perspective, divorce, leaving your husband, leaving your wife, that sort of stuff. All right, we're looking 10 years on, maybe 20 years on now, it's not normalized, but it's more understandable. But back in those days,
oh, bro,
it was not easy.
Yeah, she's been judged. When I say mum's been judged, people look at her and also think, oh, they're just like, you know. Obviously, like, with that divorce, my nonna backed it, and that's all my mum needed. So she walked away from that situation. It took her a lot with 4 kids, and she's made a better life. And we've grown up further on and we're good people.
Yeah.
Like, and I think people use divorce kids as slump, like they're down the dirt and stuff. And
Yeah.
I've had that. My sister's had it in her marriage, so it's kind of like when my sister was getting married, my sister felt it because like I haven't got my dad here, and I said to her, you don't need dad there. Like
Yeah.
Mum's done it on her own, she'd be proud, but because Mum didn't know the traditions, because my nana passed away, she had no one to rely on, so
Yeah.
it was just trying to learn it. So she used to ask the auntie on the shop, what do I buy for stuff, and yeah.
So
it's
touching
nice
into
feedback,
that,
yeah.
like, yeah, so how did you find it navigating yourself into sense of, so you're Indian, sort of, do you follow a religion or?
Yeah, so I got temple and Gurdwara, still follow it.
Okay. So are
Yeah.
you Sikh or Hindu?
Hindu.
Hindu.
I see, this is a dilemma I've had. So my dad's a Sandhu, I'm a Sandhu, but mum's Hindu. So I said, am I both? So I said I'm both.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
And do you sort of find, because one thing I found I don't know if you get this in mosques, yeah? In the local temple that we have in Watford, I swear to God, you've got so many different walks of life. You've got white people with tattoos, you've got black people, you've got brown people, you've got gore, you've got everything. And I love it about it because it's like, it makes it such an inclusive environment. And like, obviously the temple that we've got, literally anyone can go there. Even a Muslim can go into there. Like literally anyone. So like, for you, does it make it a little bit easier to have like a temple or like the Gurdwara there to like sort of surround yourself around it?
Yeah, but then obviously because my niece, she's mixed race, so she's
Okay.
Indian and mixed. So we've been to a Gurdwara and they've judged her. So they've
that's
looked at my
wrong.
sister and looked at her, and they've noticed because of her hair, and they've judged her because she's not fully Indian. So I find that when you go into some of these places, they do judge. So I stick to my normal one where my nonna used to go, they don't judge, and the one near me on Dudley Road don't judge. So I stick to my usual.
You know, when it comes down to like religious areas, religious functions, religion as a general, right? When you look at it as a just very simply, it's all about peace and harmony. Yeah, that's what it's about.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, though, this traditional cultural behaviors, thoughts that, like you said, maybe darker skin or the whole pure Indian, pure this, pure that.
Yeah.
I really hate when that's mixed. When, from a religious point of view, you guys are doing what you're doing,
Yeah.
and yet some man's personal thoughts, opinions on a certain matter
Yeah.
has potentially, let's just say, put someone off a beautiful religion.
Yeah.
Because that could have happened,
Yeah.
right? And that's obviously a simpler version of it, but I really don't like when people do this whole mixture thing.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. With regards to because we had this conversation, we sort of mentioned it briefly about caste systems and colour, etc. We all think it's a very old school way of thinking.
It is.
It's present.
It is. So when my sister got married, I know that she got looked down because we're Jamal and not Jot. So it was the case. Obviously, single mom, being Jamal, and obviously broken family.
Yeah.
We're bothered about all.
You know, the most interesting thing is, and we've had this conversation, yeah, to go into the whole caste system stuff. Only people that are quote unquote judged and see themselves as top tier,
Yeah.
they look down. But
Yeah, they
what
do.
you don't see is a person looking from a bottom caste system will never judge up and say,
Yeah.
oh, you're like this, or look at another caste system as if they're wrong.
Yeah.
But it's such an old school way, but it still happens nowadays. It's like the caste system is always, if you're above someone else's caste, you always judge down and you always feel like you can't, your caste is like the top tier.
Yeah.
But it's such a backwards way of looking at it, because like imagine you could sort of meet a person who's in a lower class than you, or do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
But you might not actually look at them in any differently, but then you can have two people that are in love, and the one that's the higher caste, they will say, you can't marry this person
Yeah.
because it's out of our caste.
That's one thing. So obviously I've never dated an Indian before, and that's one of the reasons why I don't want to be judged because of my job, my background, or my caste. Because what
Yeah.
is that? That's not defining me. I've worked hard to get to where I have, and I haven't had any handouts. Where
Yeah.
these people that follow the caste system rely on their mum and dad. They rely on handouts. Where I've had to start from the bottom, work myself up. I couldn't ask my mum for help. Like I had
Yeah.
to just get up and get it done.
Yeah.
And people don't see that, so they think, oh, we're high caste, but you're not though, because you haven't worked the way I have, or
Yeah.
people similar to me have. So you're this caste, but what have you earned from it? Like, it's stupid.
You know, when it comes down to that kind of thing, is the caste system specifically. Your caste is high, your caste is lower, right? But what do people look at, like, on a day-to-day basis? How clean your heart is, how pure you are, how you know, all of that stuff. So you can have all of that, but the caste system might not align. So you know, you're
yeah. The interesting thing is, but this is one thing I'll ask you on then, yeah? So dating outside of being an Indian, do you think the cultures align though? Because you have to remember, like, because there is, I've had these conversations before, yeah? There's certain things that we do culturally, which is different. Like, for the outside person, they're going to look at you like, if someone's walking into your house and your mum's smashing a coconut at the front, yeah? They're going to be like, listen, is your mum, like, is she okay or something? Like, has she got nuts? Yeah. So, like, do you see that side of it? Like, and I'm not saying you're wrong at all. I'm just asking the question, like, have you ever thought of it from that perspective?
Well, like, say for, like, my experience and my sisters, like, they didn't judge. They wanted to learn it. Like, my ex used to listen to music, Indian music, and like embrace it. So, and then obviously on Tuesdays, Mum does RD, and he used to just come down and do sing. Like, he didn't do it, but he used to like, just watch and go. So, I think it depends on the person rather than, obviously some cultures are strict and they run a strict program, but it depends on the person if they're willing to understand it. And you know, not that we want to push religion on someone, but if you want to accept them for what they do, like Diwali and stuff like that, you accept it. Eid, you accept it. So it's just that person just understanding where you come from.
Yeah.
I don't think it depends on culture.
Yeah.
It just depends on the person.
That's a fair point. And how do you sort of find yourself navigating yourself in the religion now then, now that you're a bit older? So do you sort of, because you know, like when you're a bit younger, you know that you'd be ashamed of it or you don't embrace it as much. Yeah. But naturally, as you get older, you genuinely feel yourself wanting to learn more, do more things. Do you find that sort of stuff now?
I find it now. I used to always follow it anyway with Mum, because every Tuesday I'd go temple and then Sunday I'd go Gurdwara. Yeah. We've always done that. But now that I'm older, because obviously I can't speak or anything like that, I want to understand it. So now that I'm at the age, I want to understand. I've obviously having like conversations with people. I need to understand them because I don't know what to say to me. I know the swear words and stuff, with the little bits here and there, but I don't know the full. I can't have a conversation with someone.
That's fine though, because because interestingly enough, the guest before, similar situation. He could understand to a certain degree, but he just didn't learn as much, and he's learning now. Yeah. And he's here for it. He's loving it. Yeah. Previous guests that we've had, me personally, I didn't used to speak that much. I was very. You could tell I couldn't speak properly, whereas now it's taking a bit of time, but I can have a full-on conversation happily, no problem. So it's nice that you do want to learn with it.
I feel like now that I'm getting older, it's embarrassing that I don't know it.
Nah.
You think so?
Yeah.
You know what it is? Shall I be honest with you? I think 90% of Asians would probably look at you and say it is, yeah? But I think what people don't understand is, it's not an easy situation. Look, in your life, obviously your mum's had to go through what she's had to go through. Yeah. So her main priority realistically was you girls. Yeah. Like, as long as she had a roof over your head, you lot got food, you were taken to school, and you had like what you needed, that was her number one priority. Yeah. And it's like, the other thing is, it's like, then it comes to, and then it's like, oh, now chuck on religion inside. So she has to now pray X amount of times a day, do Diwali, Garba Jyot, or like puja or whatever, these sort of stuff. That now comes into it, And then chuck another bit into this thing where obviously you've unfortunately lost your grandparents. Yeah. Now it's like, oh, they need to learn Indian. It's like, at what point does it say, not enough's enough, for like, at what point can she breathe and just say, you know what, I'm doing the best that I can. Yeah. I'm doing what I can. Yeah. And this, my big thing is, it's like, especially in our religions, and probably yours is the same, judging is not ever a thing. It's meaning, I can't, me as a Hindu, I can't look at you and say, Seema, you're a bad Hindu. Yeah. Because then it's like, oh, really?
Yeah, I've had it. So, because obviously I don't know the culture as much. They're saying, oh, you're not really an Indian, are you? Or stuff like that. They categorise you. Yeah. And it's like, okay, so then that's why I kind of shied away from the culture.
You know, this is actually really interesting because this is perception. Because I wouldn't have ever thought that happened in Gurdwaras or in temples because I've never seen it. Yeah. Touch wood, I've been very fortunate. The ones that we went into Luton and the ones that we were at in Watford, so inclusive. No one ever says anything to anyone.
Yeah.
Everyone's welcome. It's so much mixed diversity of like people. So it's really interesting to see like some people are a bit more backwards in that sense, that and the different experiences.
It comes back to the same thing though. People are looking at it from a religious point of view and then adding their 2 pence in.
Yeah.
When that 2 pence has nothing to do with the religion.
Yeah.
I mean, she was like 3 at the time, so it's not like she could have like spoke for herself. So obviously there was like a little player in this good water and stuff, and then my sister just didn't feel comfortable. She's like, I don't want to come back to this one. We'll go back to our usual ones.
Yeah.
And I said, that's fine. Like, we don't have to.
So how did from your mum's perspective, obviously you would have seen her sort of navigating the like single life, and like from a South Asian perspective, the women do generally get judged more harshly than the men. How did she sort of navigate that sort of side of things?
The thing is with my family, so my family wasn't judgy. It was more the outside people.
Yeah. Okay.
So obviously my family is very multicultural, so it's full of Ghanaian, like everyone's like mixed. So my mum's spot was probably her mum and her dad at the time, and then obviously my mum, my little mama. So me and my mum are really tight, so I treat him like my dad. So whenever people say, oh, you haven't got a dad, I said, well, I've always had my mama to look up to.
Yeah.
So that's someone that has always, you know, he used to take us out and stuff. He made us feel included with my cousins. So yeah, it was never felt a void.
Yeah.
So my mum's always been supported by the family, and the people that meant something.
Yeah, I think that's nice, because I think unfortunately you have to go through a bit of shit to realise who's actually there for you.
Yeah.
Because the ones that are going to judge would have judged her if she had £1 million in her bank and do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, they'll be the same ones that are judging you when you're on your lowest. So at least when you're at your lowest, she then knows who actually is really there for her and actually loves her kids, actually loves her as a person, rather than looking at it from like a glass cylinder from the outside and thinking, oh, these lot are this or these lot are that.
We have had family judge my mum, saying, oh, she's got 4 girls, they're gonna, you know, rise up to be slags and all this and that. And I'll just use it to fuel me. Like, fair, you want to say that about me, that's fine, but I'm gonna do better. Yeah.
It's because where we had this conversation before, so I've seen, and I'm not sure about the abuse side of things, but I've seen a very similar situation with someone that I know. All daughters, but even like the aunties were girls, etc. So very strong female genes.
Yeah.
And what happened with that situation was the dad's like, you know, basically from my understanding, lot.
Yeah.
I want my son.
Yeah.
And chipped.
So the reason why he wanted a son, because the son carries the name, the Sandu name. And obviously I was the last born, I come out a girl. I was the one, and my other sister above me, we had a lot more hate, I think. So he refused to pick me up. He refused to do anything with me because he wanted me and my sister 1 year older than me to be a boy. So he used to hit us a lot more. When my mum was pregnant with the sister above me, when he found out she was a girl, he whacked her in the stomach with a pole. And obviously now my sister had like not learning difficulties, but like she struggles with learning a little bit. But
and it's really interesting because it is a stereotype in the Asian community where it's like they do value boys at higher than girls. And it's exactly the reason what you've said. It is that they believe that that boy's going to bring the name forward. He's then going to then keep the family like tree going along. But it's like, for what we've been taught of, like from our parents, any child is a gift from God. It doesn't matter if it's a boy or a girl, or if they've got learning difficulties, or if they haven't got learning difficulties, if they're short, they're fat, they're skinny. Any child is a gift from God, and that it's a blessing, whether it's a boy or a girl. And I think it's such a backward way, because unfortunately, I don't know if it still happens. Actually, I think it still
happens, bro.
It still happens. Yeah, it does.
Because I was going to say, does it still happen? But I was like, it actually does, because there is... I don't want to say, I've not personally seen it hands on myself, but you hear it from like other families where there's like, as soon as they hear it's a girl, they don't say like, oh, congratulations, she's healthy, like, how's the kid, how's the mum? It's like, oh, it's not a boy. It's like, but if it's a boy, they're like jumping, oh, you know, he's had a boy.
What's the knee, you're say this guy is thinking towards the knee, but it's look, you can have a preference to having a daughter. You can listen, everyone has a preference, right? I've seen a lot of my guy mates be like, it'll be amazing if it's a daughter, but if it's a son, like, I'm gonna be gassed because we can go, I can put him in jiu-jitsu, or I can, you know, that kind of thing. But best believe though, if they've had a daughter, they're still smiling either way.
Yeah, because they're
Like,
happy and healthy.
They're happy,
Yeah.
and that's how it should be. But
Yeah.
I find it so interesting that people, you know what it is. When people are talking to external people, they're very, yeah, that's cool, that's fine. A lot of these mates are
Yeah.
their thought process is it's backwards. It's very, and it's interesting when you speak to loads of different people from different environments, and you notice as much as you think we're moving forward, some people are still stuck.
Well, I've been around friends and they've been shouting like racist words toward black people, and they haven't realised that my niece is half black.
Oh.
So I've then said, "Do you know my niece is half black?" And they got quiet. And then I had one friend apologise. How can you be so? I get you want to shout that word out loud, but who gives you permission to say that?
Because it has no effect on them.
Yeah, but then if they was to get confronted by someone and
They'd shit.
yeah, they'd
Yeah.
shit,
Because it's in the open.
But that's why I'd rather not, because me and my niece are quite close, so I take her everywhere. Like if I go out, I'll bring my friends with me as well.
Yeah.
So if I'm around someone and they're being racist like that, you're not coming near my niece.
Yeah.
Simple as.
I think it's interesting when you have nieces because you become like a second
Second
parent.
mom.
It's interesting because he sees me sometimes like, it's like now when we were driving here, one of my nieces, so my sister called twice, and when she called
Yeah.
the second time, I said to her, "Oh, let me pick you up," because there was a video call, and there's my niece wanting to talk, and then I had to get mum on the phone just because I was like, "Mum, quickly talk to her," because we talk every day.
Yeah,
like when we're,
same.
I have to like, hopefully they don't hear this, but I have to be the fake Santa. I have to sort
Oh,
of
is that what the Santa thing was
yeah,
about?
man. But
I'm
I use it to
thinking-
my advantage. I basically give them gossip about my mum. I'll be like, you know, your nanny, she does this, but your mama, he's a really nice guy. So now they're my little minions. Listen,
Yeah.
they're my armies. You know, if I tell them,
It's rage baiting them as
yeah,
well.
listen,
Rage baiting
I tell them
top
nanny's
tier.
being naughty. They know what's going on. Ask my sister.
This guy's strategic.
They're my little
isn't it?
army. Listen, my mum says, yeah, so the funny story, yeah. So my mum didn't even put shampoo in one of my niece's eyes, yeah. I told her she did. Guess what? She believes me. She believes. So when I say to her, I said, listen, did Nani put shampoo in your eyes? She goes, yes, she did. And we give her
Listen.
an angry face.
Make sure they're
It's
watching
corrupting
this
the
specific
kids.
part. Don't listen to him. He's a liar. What's that? Have you seen that? Don't believe me.
But it is
Snap it
interesting,
in.
like, you do
Yeah.
actually treat him like your own kid sort of
I
thing.
do.
So how would you sort of, now that you've sort of had that upbringing and obviously you've spoken about like your relationship slightly on that perspective, how would you navigate your life in that perspective, whether it's from a relationship, religion perspective now that you're getting a little bit older and sort of now you've got your own thought into it?
So like in terms of relationship, like I am open to like speak to someone Indian now.
Yeah.
Whereas before I dead against it. Like
Yeah, 'cause
I
of
just didn't want.
experiences.
I
Yeah.
didn't want any drama. Like I just wanted someone to just set me through who I am, and that's it.
Yeah.
Like I don't want someone to judge me because of like my
Yeah.
upbringing and whatnot. So yeah, I think that's changed my perception. And like having Indian friends from the gym, they also helped me. Like they made me feel more welcome.
Yeah.
Whereas before I felt like I couldn't fit in with the Asian community.
Yeah.
So most of my friends have not been Asian.
Yeah, so that's interesting. Now we go on to like the whole gym side of it. Where did your early gym inspirations come? Like, what got you into the gym?
Breakup. So
Oh, okay.
I was with this person for about nearly 4 years. First relationship,
Yeah.
and obviously we lived together for a bit, and obviously we broke up. Wasn't happy, and then I think I was just in bed. Like when we broke up, I was in bed for about a couple of days. Didn't go to work. I was just depressed, and then I started going to gym. I thought I need to work on my body because I lost so much weight, and I think I lost it throughout the relationship as well as
Okay.
the end
You just
of
didn't
it.
notice it as much.
Yeah, but I was really insecure. So I was like, I'd only go gym at night, so no one was there.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously I went through my breakup, I went through a party era, and I was kind of going gym, but it was here and there. It wasn't,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it was consistent. And then the friendship I had there, I kind of had to just remove myself, and I had to spend time on my own. So in that space, I locked in with gym. I thought, I need to get to this point, I need to be healthy, because as a girl, my periods were irregular, and that was my body saying it's going to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, I need to get back on track.
Yeah.
So,
So what was like that early inspiration of getting into the gym? Was it like, did you, because I know from my perspective, like where I was fat when I was a lot younger, and I remember like I'd walk past the gym, and I remember one of my mates, he knows this story, yeah. So there was, me and I think it was Tom I was walking with, yeah. To walk past the gym, we used to walk home together, yeah. And I go to him one day, I go, I'm too fat to join the gym. And because this is what I told myself in my head. And
Yeah.
he goes, mate, what are you going on about? He goes, a gym is somewhere where they want your money. He goes, if you're gonna come and give them money,
Go.
they're gonna take you in. So then one day I said, right, you're turning right. I'm walking up to the gym, and I got started.
Yeah.
But it's so interesting. So like, was there like a certain moment that got you to get out of like that depression stage, or like, was it like something you saw online, or?
I think I was just unhappy with my body because of how slim I was. Obviously, I used to get called names, flat back, and everything. And I thought, you know what, I'm gonna
Sorry,
do something.
sorry.
No, it's like
That one always gets me a little bit. I can't
I'm
lie.
pancake back. I used to get all these names, and I was thinking, you know what, it is what it is. I'm gonna do something
Yeah.
about it. I'm not happy. Why am I gonna cry? Like,
Yeah,
why am I
100%.
gonna sit at home do nothing? So I thought, let's get back on it. Let's
Yeah.
get
You know
to
what?
it.
I respect that, because I know, and I think we all know, plenty of people that aren't maybe happy.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they don't do much about it.
No.
They won't get the steps in.
Yeah.
They won't watch what they eat. They
Yeah.
won't. And considering you had that breakup, your emotions were all over the place.
Yeah.
Good on you. well
Come a
done.
long way.
Yeah.
I
So-
never used to speak to people, so
Yeah.
I was that insecure. I wouldn't speak because of my teeth, so I was really shy. I wouldn't even have a conversation with like the shopkeeper. And it's like
How long ago was this, by the way, when you started the gym properly?
Well, I started gym in 2023, but properly I'd say I'd locked in 2024.
Yeah.
So this whole from going from very timid to how you are now
Yeah.
is in the space of 2 years. 2 to 3 years.
3 years, yeah.
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 So then what got you into, so now you're consistently going gym and you're sort of out of that partying phase, yeah? What got you into content creation then? So like, what got you thinking, I'm going to start making content?
So I feel like, because I had a PT previously and I used to upload on my story and tag him and whatnot. And then obviously when I come away from the friendship group, I was like, you know what, I'm going to embrace my journey. Even though my progress then wasn't big, I was like, there's going to be people out there just like inspired. I didn't want to do it for, any other reason. I just wanted to share what I'm doing. And then it started off from like little clips. I used to upload like my leg day. And then it was crap that it's upload it. I think it's still on there. And then I got into calisthenics, so met some of the guys from the gym, and then they was teaching me pull-ups and then push-ups and all that stuff. So I was like, yeah, this is cool. So I started recording videos, doing pull-ups, and then progressed. People started telling me tips, and I was like, yeah, this is good. I'm gonna keep going. And I had so many good feedback. So like, there's so many girls with like that skinny or like where I was, and they'd be like, there's not much out there, like, can you help me? So then they used to just like, that's what my program is, what do I eat and stuff. But I said, like, it's all tailored to you as well.
Yeah.
You just got to put the time and effort in and you get your results.
You know, it's really interesting, and I think this is what people don't realize about going to the gym is like, obviously at the start you said you felt very alone and sort of on your one, so then you started coming to the gym, you find a community. But people don't realize like gym can come so much more than just the physical element of lifting weights in there.
Yeah.
Like you could go there and like a little list of conversation, like you could be using squat rack. I could come up to you and say, oh, Seema, how many sets you got left? And you might say, oh, jump in, or I'll give you a shout once I'm done. And
Yeah.
then, do you know what I mean? And then it's one of them ones where it's like, do you get what I'm trying to say? So
Yeah.
it becomes like quite a community feel, because especially like
It is.
the weird thing I find is, have you ever gone to the gym at a different time to your normal time?
And they're
it
still
feels
there.
like, and it feels like a complete different.
These
I've never
mate.
seen
Yeah.
that guy. I've never seen that
What are you
guy.
doing in my gym?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just feel like it's not my gym. I
Yeah.
just feel like, what am I doing here? But I have like, I go after work, don't I? So to usual people, usual faces. But I have been to gym like at a different time, and the same people are there sometimes. I'm like,
Yeah,
what
that-
are you doing here?
I can't lie. That situation's
Yeah.
always straight. He's like, what?
Where have you
What are you
come
doing?
from?
What are you?
Yeah, I can't lie. Last summer when I got like quite lean, like single digits body fat, I used to basically go, so towards the end of the cut, I was doing 6 cardio sessions in the morning, and then 5 other days I was training in the evening as well, so I was doing
Yeah.
doubles. And someone came up to me and said that. He goes, mate, listen, I need to come on and ask you a question, because he goes, I think I'm tripping. I go, what do you mean?
I
He
saw
goes,
you in the morning.
Saw you in the morning. You look miserable, so you're always on the treadmill, yeah? And he goes, no, what are you doing here? He's like, did you not go in the morning, or am I seeing things? So I was like, no. I was like,
You've been
then when I
tired.
said it to him, I was like, oh, I'm doing some double days right now, and then I have one active rest day, which was just cardio and just go sauna, plunge, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And he was like, mate, you're bonkers. He's like, I thought I was going mad, but it is interesting how you have these conversations.
Yeah, I feel like you have the most fun conversations with people. Like I was saying earlier, I got a gym dad. So like here, I don't know how we started talking. We just started talking one time, and then we just started like, we just kicked off from there and like talk about family and
Yeah.
stuff. And
People look at the gym, they get very scared. And I just want to throw this out there. The gym isn't a scary place.
it's not.
You-
It's like home.
It's lovely, right? Everyone has this idea that everyone's staring at me.
Yeah.
Everyone's watching the weight that I'm lifting. Someone's watching my form. Someone's looking at the sweat on my back, whatever. That's not the case.
Bruv, they're not looking at the sweat on your back, bruv. Seema's maybe, but not yours.
What?
Don't say that.
What are they going to see on your back?
I got ass, bro.
Trust that I
ass.
haven't.
No. So I'm not. I'm just
What,
saying.
Are you saying that you're looking at her ass or something?
No, he's being
No, I'm joking.
I've got back. But what I'm saying though is
Nah,
that no
100%.
one's actually.
No, it's 100%
everyone's
true.
doing their own thing.
Yeah.
And just jump in.
You know the most
Yeah.
interesting thing? I don't know if you guys have seen it. Have you seen those videos of the guy at the airport? So he literally goes in the middle of the airport, like, I think it was like, I don't know, a really busy airport, puts a bloody tripod in there, yeah? Stands like a sore thumb and goes, I do not give a shit because no one is looking at what I'm doing. And it's literally so funny. He's just talking and people are just walking by. So what you think people are looking at you or whatever,
Yeah.
they're not. No one really gives a shit. And when you
I'd
go
be
to the,
staring. I'll be
Huh?
honest. I'd be staring the crap out of that. I'd be recording him.
Saying that though, yesterday I was on the train. Did you see my pull-up video?
Yeah.
So you see that guy like in front of me? He wasn't even looking at me.
Yeah.
Did you not? So you didn't tell him?
Straight- No.
Shall I be honest? He was so cash that I generally thought you said,
No.
"Listen, I'm just gonna do
My
some
friend was
pull-ups."
like, just hop up. So I was like, I want to do it. And I was like, what if you're
Yeah, why
looking?
not?
She's like, what? Who cares? I was like,
Yeah.
fairs. So I was like, let me hop on. And he was just there, just like, he was doing his thing. Like,
So in
I think
terms
it
of
got
like
awkward.
the other thing I was gonna say, in terms of like social media though, have you had any negative interactions, whether it's been Instagram DMs or sort of like maybe any hate comments or anything like that? Because one thing I have seen online, like, and this isn't a sexist thing, but like from our perspective, we don't give a shit what anyone comments on our post, yeah? But then sometimes from a female perspective, it's not the same because you
Yeah.
do sort of read into like maybe creepy DMs or like hate
Certain,
comments, stuff like that.
Yeah, I'd say I don't get much on comments, like hate comments. I get
Yeah.
like more. The thing on Instagram,
You
the
gotta love
girls are really supportive. The
Yeah.
girls are like hyping each other up, reposting, commenting. I
Yeah.
love it. And
Yeah.
obviously, when you go on network of these people, they're actually genuine people.
Yeah.
But I do get a lot of weird DMs.
In what
So,
sense?
The young man's
Inappropriate stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, how bad are we talking? Are they asking like for feet pics or shit like that, or is it just like genuine like creeps?
Just creeps talking about my body, so like saying, yeah, I'd like, you know, do
Yeah.
this to you, and it's like, what, I had to block him because like obviously
Wait, him. So there was one specific person that
yeah,
kept.
so
Wait, how
was-
did it start?
I don't even know who it was. So is, you know how you get message requests?
Yeah.
He's been in that message request for time. So I haven't.
Okay.
I've looked the other day and I was showing my friend, and all there is him popping up to my story. And he doesn't even follow me, so he's watching what I'm posting. I don't know how he knows when I'm posting, and he's commenting like inappropriate stuff about what it would do to me, about my body, and it's like, what the hell? And that person's got no followers, so it's a fake account.
Yeah.
So it's complete. Oh, so it's not even
Or
like
it's
it's
just
a.
someone like, yeah, doing weird stuff on
Yeah.
there.
Can I? So you know what I gather from that many interactions specifically with none. That to me, and I'm not trying to, but that sounds
Yeah.
like someone that knows you somehow.
Yeah, it probably is. I'll get a couple.
Because that I can understand maybe a couple, you know, the standards that you get. But if it's that much, that has to be someone that's trying to either piss you off
Yeah.
or.
It doesn't bother me though. Like,
Yeah.
you're in my request, I haven't accepted you, so...
You know, that's what I find interesting is like,
God.
listen, if anyone's entitled to shoot their shot or do whatever, yeah, but like if you're one messaging inappropriate stuff, I don't know how you think you're gonna get reply, yeah.
It's so icky.
Uh,
like, as
and
a
then-
girl,
And
do
then
not
the second
do it.
thing I was gonna say,
Go on.
yeah, is if you message a girl more than 2 or 3 times and she's not replied,
Get the hint.
and yeah, like get the hint. Like, I'm not saying move on to someone else. I'm not gonna advocate that. You might need to work on yourself. You might need to change certain things, and maybe she might like you,
Yeah.
like, or someone else will like you. But it doesn't give them the authority to then essentially borderline creep on you, like.
Yeah, I've like with me, so I've got a lot of male friendships rather than female, and I do get a lot of comments about that. But I know what it is, and they know what it is. They've never crossed the line, and I see them as big brothers.
This is actually an interesting topic because you know where I'm going to go with this one, where I've said on a different podcast. I find it hard sometimes with that situation.
Why?
Go on, say it.
So I've got this opinion, yeah, that yes, you can have boys and girls that are friends.
Yeah.
But I think when there's a large amount of men that are sort of sat there on the side and sort of, they're men that thought you're very good looking, were scared to make the move on you, and now because you friend zoned them, they're happy and they actually realize you're a really nice person. But their initial intention was to like sort of be like, oh, Seema's quite good looking, and sort of.
Yeah, but then like most of my friendships didn't start like that. So most of my friendships were them hitting on me.
Yeah,
So
then
it was
that's a bit different.
mainly
Yeah, because mine's from a perspective of if someone's hitting on you and then they become your friend. Because the way I see it like that is because that
still
person,
trying to get in, aren't they?
he's standing there on the sidelines, basically like a sub bench, waiting for you.
He's poaching.
Yeah, he's waiting for you to tell him about, oh, you know, let's say if your boyfriend was Sam, Sam done this, used to treat you bad, never used to get you flowers, never used to take you on dates, never used to say you look nice. And then as soon as you break up with Sam, he's like, oh, Seema, here's your flowers.
Yeah.
Seema, do you want to go on a date? Oh,
Yeah.
Seema, you look really nice today. Like, your hair looks good,
My
sort of
friend
thing.
told me something like that happened.
And
to
then
her.
you're going to subconsciously, because you're in a vulnerable position, you're subconsciously now going to say, no, you know what? Sam's a and this friend of mine who's the cuck that was standing there on the side, he's actually really good when he's actually the bigger.
I wouldn't do that. Like, that's not me. Like, everyone knows I'm, like, they treat me one of the boys, so they tell me
That's
about
fair.
girls. So
Oh,
they
shit.
come to me and tell me about this has happened with this girl, that's happened with this girl.
Then
I'm
it's
like,
different.
Fairs.
You know what? I can't lie. That's a very good situation to
that's
be
fairs.
in, because you're getting the info
From a man's point of view, yeah.
from man's point of view, and also from them, they're getting, okay, basically, so she's acting like this, or this has happened.
Yeah.
What do you think? Is like, oh, okay, let me female this. I think
In female translation.
because let's be honest, we have most of the time we are apparently we've got no idea, right?
Yeah.
There's a very stereotypical men don't know,
Yeah.
right? And to a certain degree, I do think that's right because we
Speak for yourself.
No, we do. Listen, don't make me say
Gotta
certain
be a
comments, bro.
dilemma,
I've
yeah.
But no, but it is one of those things. I think it is nice to have a female there that you
Yeah,
can have
true.
that conversation with. But you've gone through all of this in 3 to 4 years. I still
Yeah.
can't get that. You went from being very timid,
I had no friends as well when I came out this relationship, so I had nobody. But when I went through, obviously, my breakup, I approached my old friend from school, and obviously he introduced me to his group, and then that was that group.
Yeah, and one thing I remember you wanted to touch upon, how's your coach played the perspective in this as well? Because I know
Yeah.
you were saying like he's had quite a big impact on your journey within
Yeah.
fitness as well, because he's obviously helps you from the mental side of things as well, rather than
Yeah.
just purely like, oh, Seema, eat this, do this much cardio, do this many steps.
Yeah,
So how's
so-
that been in?
We was originally friends first, so I met him because of gym, and he used to be the PT at the actual gym. And then, and then obviously I had the coach at the time, PT at the time, but then he moved gyms, and then I went like a whole year without a PT. And then obviously I hit like a mental block. And then I speak to him at the gym, he's like, why don't we arrange a call? I was like, okay, that's fine. And then, to be fair, I think that was the best decision ever, because in mid of exams and dealing with trying to bulk, gym and work, I don't think I would have been able to cope with what I was dealing with. So
Yeah.
he even though he's a PT or coach, he doesn't only help with just the gym side of things. He helps with what you're eating, why you're feeling this way, what do you need help with exams and studying. So like the one day when I had to redo that exam, I just completely cried, and he said, you got to just sit down on your own in silence and just get back. So I went good water, and now I zen back, and it was the best thing. So he gives you all these life tips where it's not just gym. So it
I
all
appreciate it's more
incorporates-
one-to-one, literally personal, very.
And he would text you midweek to say, how's it going, how you feeling
good.
today. And I think that's a nice person touch, because with some PTs they would just give you the plan, say review it every Sunday or whatnot, and check in, and then off you go. But with him it's more personal, so he will go on a personal note, and on the side of coaching we do have our banter, and so we keep
is
our
nice.
coaching on WhatsApp and then banter on Instagram.
Yeah, which is nice. I think because it splits it, because then it means that when he needs to, maybe not saying that you're ever going off plan, but like if you was to go off
He
the
knows
plan,
if I go off plan.
Yeah, so then
Yeah.
on WhatsApp he'll be like look, Seema, like, because it's probably quite easy for him to know, because like your weight might change in a certain direction, or your strength, or the way that you're progressing in the gym. If you're not following the plan, he might just end up saying like that you can tell, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So it's probably quite nice that you can have that sort of like, this
Yeah.
is not like business side, but this is our like coaching sort of relationship. But then you've also got like a friendship as well, which is key as well.
He's like that with everyone now, I think, where
Which is
he
good.
can he can just be himself. Like, everyone just calls him like a weirdo.
I think that's also a benefit on him because he obviously makes people feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Because if you didn't feel comfortable, you wouldn't even tell him.
Yeah.
You would just be doing your cardio, doing your stuff, and having all this stress going on in the background.
Yeah.
But you're like, I don't like necessarily feel comfortable enough to actually articulate how I'm feeling.
Yeah, so even like he said, so like coming back to like relationships and stuff, I was at a point where I thought I was ready, and I was like, I'm scared, like, how do I like talk to guys and stuff? And he used to just mock me and stuff, and then he even said to me, I think you're scared of rejection. So even he analysed that as a friend and was like, you're scared of rejection. I was like, I think you're right. So that's why I kind of just back off the whole relationship sort of now, just focus on me, and if it happens, it happens.
What do you mean by that? The scared of being... Is it you're scared of being rejected?
Yeah.
And is that stemming from anything, or is that just something that you've personally just...
I think it stems from my dad. I had a long thing about I think because my dad didn't want to do anything with me, or, you know, I think it stems from that. And then obviously like the breakup I went through and stuff on. Yeah, I think it's just insecurities. Like,
I think it's a hard one because I think from a girl's perspective, especially, like, boys go after their mums, girls go after their dads in that sense, because they look for that like love, that connection that they have. So obviously from your perspective, it's a bit difficult because it's like you want that father figure, like you want that love and that like relationship, but in subconsciously in your brain, because you've seen certain things, you've been in certain situations, and you've had to navigate through certain situations, it means even like subconsciously you might not be like you said, you might be a little bit of like, oh, what if I'm not enough for this person, or what if this person doesn't like me, or but but the best thing you are doing is like what anyone should do: work on yourself. If you find someone, you find someone. Like, I always look at it as like crossroads. Like, if a road's not meant for you to be open, it will shut naturally or it'll open naturally. You might have diversions, you might have to take a different route, but if it's meant for you, you'll naturally find yourself.
Yeah, I think for me as well, I just can't be bothered as well, just texting everyone every day. It's just a lot. So like with me, I'd rather just text you like once or twice a day if I'm at work, than see how you're doing and then just go about my day. So it's just the thought of just...
You know what? I completely, and I'm not saying other, I completely get where you're coming from, right? I completely get it. I don't know if it's because I'm more of I like the communication, you know, the call, the text. It doesn't have to be crazy. Obviously, look, if everyone's busy, you're busy. Yeah, and this is just with family as well, very similar, like with my sisters, etc.
Yeah.
But it's... Do you think also, again, and I'm not saying this and that, but do you still think that maybe it's because, like, your last relationship, right? Was that lack of communication, or was there a good amount of communication in that?
I didn't feel understood. So whenever I was unhappy with certain things, or I felt like I was disrespected, I used to get disregarded, and I was the issue. I was the insecure one. I was the argumentative one. I was the crazy one. So it's just... Yeah, I just don't... Because like, obviously we lived together and stuff for a while, and I felt like having to go to work, come back, and then be with this person...
That shit.
We didn't have fun in the end. Like, the only fun we used to have was going food shopping. That was the only outings we used to have, because it just died down. And I think it did kill the relationship.
I think that's really important, though. I think people do need to understand that you should have... And this is husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend... even your own family members, you should have that life. Yeah. But it's really important to have your own life outside of that relationship. Yeah. And I think a lot of people feel like you need to be together 24/7. Yeah.
That's what kills a relationship. Yeah. And I think that's what killed mine as well.
You need to breathe.
Yeah. So, because like with me, I'm really independent. Like, my mum's grew me up to be independent. And then to obviously have this person by you, it's fun, you've got, you know, your partner and whatnot. But then it's like, I didn't have friends as well, so like, where do I get my time with going out? It's that age where everyone's going out, having fun. I didn't go out like that. I wasn't really into clubbing or anything.
And I think like the thing is unfortunately, not unfortunate, but how the cookies crumbled, you've had to grow up earlier. Yeah. So it means like, and this ties into the last episode we done, like, you are put into certain conversations which you prefer to be in because you would have rather not known, like you would have rather not have been in the dark sort of thing. You've had to hear things earlier. Yeah. You've had to pick up responsibilities earlier. Yeah. You've had to do things which you might have not been ready for. Yeah. But you just in your head say, yeah, I can do that. Yeah. Or I don't mind that. Like, because you're in the situation. You can't just say retreat. Like,
You lose your innocence, don't you?
I think I was 16, so mum was in hospital. My sister didn't have to pay the bills, but because I was always during my mum's hip, I knew what needs to be paid.
Yeah.
So with the finance kind of side of things, I was on it for my mum, and I used to go in a taxi. So I had a card. I was paying with her money, to drop off food, because obviously I wasn't going to let her have hospital food.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like I had my sister's support as much, because they all were at that age where, you know, you got your friends, and I was like, who's paying the bills? Mum's going to get in debt. Like, you need to, obviously, mum's money, pay the bills.
Yeah.
Get it
you've
all
had to grow up-
arranged. Yeah.
You've had to grow up a lot earlier.
It's hard, isn't it? Because where the elders have had a different type of experience because maybe they were older. You're not saying that you had different, but to a certain degree, there will be different ways of looking at it. So they've handled it, or certain things, as, from the sounds of it, I'm going to go enjoy myself. And you're like, hold on, no, listen, like, we still got this
responsibility.
So it is an interesting one. So one thing, going back to like the social media stuff that's just come to my mind, you done modelling recently. How did that come about, and how did you feel
Come
about
on!
So originally, back in school, my mum did get us to a modelling agency in London, got a portfolio, whatnot, nothing happened because I didn't pursue it. And then I think I knew the photographer, and he posted something. I liked it, and then he popped up saying, "Do you want to do it?" I was like, "Okay, yeah." And then he got me to write like a thing to say why I would do it and stuff. And I think he just gelled, and then just got it going. And
How did you find it? Because obviously we've had a couple of models on, and they love it. Like, they say there's a very much like a, not party vibe, but like it's high vibes behind when you're getting your hair done, getting your like makeup done, trying on different outfits. Imagining like, oh, I'll use this for my wedding. Or like little things like that. Did you feel like that?
I felt like a bride. I felt because I don't really dress up in Lenga and stuff, so it was nice. And then obviously the makeup artist and the hair artist, so funny. So the whole way doing my makeup and hair was just giving jokes. It was funny.
And how did you find like that first time being on set, where obviously you're getting pictures taken? How did you find that?
I was so nervous, and when I'm nervous, I keep laughing. And also, I've got smile marks, so they kept covering my smile marks. Like, guys, I'm so sorry, but I'm not used to like full face makeup, because I'm the type of girl where I go to work with no makeup, go gym with no makeup. So like, I was like, oh, this has changed. Like, so
it's really hard though, isn't it? Because you can be as confident in camera, in the gym.
That I was not. I went stiff. I was like, what pose should I do, guys? And because I can't see myself in the mirror, I'm like,
oh yeah, that's true.
What am I doing with my face? And on half the pictures I seen at the end, I didn't like my mouth or anything, because like I was just laughing, so I did a finger in my mouth. But yeah, it was a good. So
would you do it again?
I would definitely do it again. Yeah.
So that's sort of like something that you would like pursue, and like something that you would probably go further into.
Yeah, but I don't want my social media to just be based on she's just trying to do content for the sake of it. I want them to see that I'm a fitness girl, but I can also do
different things.
Finance, I can also do, modelling, I can do all this and that. So you can't always be tied to one thing. Yeah. You can always branch out. There's no stop to doors, anything like that. Yeah. Doors always open. So,
I think a lot of people are scared like that, because a lot of people stick to, especially with work-wise, they stick to one avenue. And if you try something else... That's why I really find like people's side hustles, things that they start on the side, just basic interest that they've looked into a little bit more. I think that's amazing. Yeah. Because you never know. You could start skateboarding. Legitly, yeah. You could start skateboarding, and you could be sick. Yeah. You'd never know. Imagine Ronnie Arsalan. I don't know if either of you know, he's a snooker player, right? Yeah. Imagine he never played snooker. Yeah. He will not be the best person that he is. So it's nice that you experience all this.
It's just stepping out your comfort zone. Without stepping out that comfort zone, you're not going to grow. Like me going to that gym that day, if I never stepped foot into that gym, I wouldn't be here today.
Completely different person.
So I wouldn't be the person I am today. I'm so thankful that I just got myself into that gym, because like it's shown at work as well. So before at work, I used to be so quiet, and all my colleagues would say she's quiet. But now I just don't stop talking. I'm confident. Like I speak to people without even realising like I'm waffling on.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, it's been a progress. So that gym was like the little plant seed, so it just grew into different things.
Everyone listening to this, get your asses into the gym. It's not that you look good, you feel good, you should be hopefully eating better, right? Yeah. Your life gets so much better. 100%. And even if you can't do anything too crazy, right? Yeah. Work on yourself. Just enhance
Even a
yourself.
little bit of cardio, man.
Just a bit of cardio,
look,
a bit of steps.
So where I've
Steps,
I've had 2 shoulder surgeries now. I was telling him today, I've not had a proper a proper workout in about 8 months.
He's
Yeah.
But
gagging for one.
like
I
I've-
did shoulders yesterday, just a bit.
and like I was saying to him, I was like, but that doesn't mean I can't go do cardio. Like I can't just go on the stepper for 40, 30 minutes, an hour some days and go
Yeah.
do sauna, plunge pool and go do that. I think so many people make excuses
Yeah.
with entering the gym and saying, oh, but this duct needs
Yeah.
to be in line. Oh, I have to have that in line. It's like, no, it's like for me, I could mope around and be like, oh, I was sub 10% body fat last year.
Oh, is
and
it?
now
We didn't
I'm-
know that. We didn't know that. We didn't know that. I don't know if you heard that for the
Mentioned
first
it
time.
10 times.
We'll put like a picture there.
Yeah?
Nah. But you get what I mean? And I could be moping saying, oh, I can't lift the same amount of weights. Or I can't do this, I can't do that. Or you can just go in, open mind, and do just something.
Yeah.
Whether it's cardio or... And to be honest with you, I find, like, you probably resonate with this, is like the mental relief of just having your headphones in
Oh.
and
Yeah.
sometimes just getting a workout in.
Banging.
And even if you've had like a shit day
It's such a reliever. Like,
and you switch off.
yeah, like, you know, when you have a crap day, obviously we don't do manual work. Mentally, it's exhausting. So you go to gym, some days I don't even have my music on because I just want to just get rid of all these thoughts out my head. And honestly, when I come back after, I'm like, okay, I feel better. You just have to just show yourself to get you through the gym.
Side question, wait, one
Go on,
second.
go on.
I was going to say, what's your gym playlist? What sort of music?
Guys, I got a mixture, so
All right, a happy day. Let's say you're in a really good mood. What are we going for?
I like my R&B.
All right, we're going on a sad mood. Like, we're going on a Dil Dukhi one. What are you going for then?
I still listen to the same music
Oh,
regardless.
still same music?
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
What
But-
do you do?
With me, I got mixes as well. So, you know, your R&B mixes, your hip hop, it mixes. And then I like my raps, you know, scraps and nines.
Yeah.
Everyone calls me like a old man. Yeah, I love that.
So what
It
about
hypes
you?
you up though.
It does.
Yeah.
Because with that kind of stuff, I've got my grime, my rap.
Yeah.
That's when I'm in like a nasty mood. Like I'm on like
Don't
hitting
touch
something
me.
crazy. Yeah, fully. Then I'll have they're like my religious ones.
Yeah.
That's when I'm like, you know what? I just need to
Zen.
relax. This is me getting away from everything. I'm
Yeah.
going to the gym. It's one of them. I've had a long ass day. I'm gonna do
Yeah.
that.
Just in
So I'll
Zen.
have that in Zen mode, and then I'll have it's just a full on mixture. Desi, Afro, Moroccan. It's just everything, and it's mad.
I was saying that to my friend yesterday. So he was saying that he listens to prayer sometimes because when we do Cali, I said, because boxers, when they do boxing, they listen to classical music to help them, I think
Oh,
it's
okay,
with
okay.
their coordination. And I said, have you ever tried to listen to like classical music in Cali? Because obviously we handstand you upside down to be like calm.
Yeah.
And then we got on the topic about listening to the prayer. And when I've been in the gym, I've had my Spotify on shuffle and the prayer has come on and I've kept it
Oh,
on.
interesting.
Yeah, I'll keep it on. If it's on and I haven't had meat, then I'll keep it on.
Oh, it's honestly.
It's next level. Yeah.
It depends on what mood I'm in.
Go on.
All right, so if I'm in a pissed off mood, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I'll even chuck some heavy metal on. I'll even
Really?
chuck, like anything. Just because I don't want to think. So I want to be thinking that the music's shit and it's annoying me because then I won't think. Yeah, so if I'm in a bit of a pissed off
What?
mood, I'll do that. Yeah. Because
That did not. Okay.
so
yeah.
like, I'll be listening to music I'm not really that into, but like the fact that I'm not into it means that my mind switches off for whatever's pissing me off. Yeah.
Okay.
If I'm in a good mood, house, tech, or whatever, and I would say like, if it's just like I just want to get through the session or whatever, bit of Chris Brown or whatever, he'll get me through that one, yeah. But then if I'm going for a heavy lift, I've got like a playlist which is completely different genres. Where if I know like it's a big lift, I'm a bit nervous, like, and it's a bit of heavy weight, then I've got that playlist.
Give me a song from that playlist.
I can't think of it, brother. When was the last time I used that playlist?
Come on, bro. You must think of something.
Could be something like even Linkin Park.
Oh,
it could even be like.
Is this Bach?
Hey,
Rock.
is it rock? Linkin Park.
I think it's rock, yeah.
Yeah.
Was it?
That's cool.
I've become
Yeah.
so numb.
And it has, and the thing is, you know, the most interesting thing when like I don't know if you've ever like do this when you're doing like a big lift and you see your top set sort of thing, yeah. I go into an animal.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I will literally be staring through someone for like 2 minutes, and then as soon as I feel like I'm ready, I just hit the weight.
On the topic of that though, when I'm lifting heavy, I have to take my headphones off.
Oh really?
Yeah. So I feel like I can't breathe. So like when I feel like I can't breathe and I've got music in,
What?
I'm like, I can't concentrate. So I chuck them off. So like when I do leg press and stuff, I chuck them off and I just lift.
Fair
can't
play.
do that.
Because
Yeah.
I don't want to
That's-
grunt loud as well. So like,
Oh, no,
I
yeah.
hate grunting in the gym. So like,
I
to
used to be-
breathe, because like when you lift up, you gotta like breathe
Break,
out.
yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, I can't have music on.
I'm the opposite. Like when I actually used to lift properly, I remember I was saying to you, Sam used to say to me, "Is like you scream
I
like,"
feel like it makes my heart go faster.
but I don't realize I'm doing it because
Yeah.
I'm so in. Like, oh, if I'm in a set and it's going well, like I'm so in a zone, you could literally have a Playboy model walking past me. I wouldn't give a. I would literally anything could be going on, and I'm just
Zoned out.
yeah.
Bruv,
And,
Your
and
next
when I'll
level.
put the weight down, I'll still be angry for about a minute, and then I'm like. All right.
Seeing
And
the
then
way
I'll be
my coach trains though, that inspires me a lot. So he goes heavy and he's shredded. So I'm like,
he looks good.
yeah. So I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, I want to be like Suck. So I'm always like looking at. I always think that Suck's in my head when I'm doing lifts. So like, there's been one time where he's helped me, where he's pushed me where I thought I couldn't do more, and I'm like, Suck thinks I can do more, so I'm gonna do more.
Yeah.
When I send him videos to check my form, he's like, you can do more. I'm like, I
You know what? I've got a very bad. No, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's a very good thing. But the people that I'm working with, it's a bad thing. My thing's one more.
Yeah.
I will always say one more, even if one more means three more. My cousin stopped going to the gym with me because he just can't handle it, right?
He's like, you one more never ends.
No, bro. He literally goes, I'm going to make you a t-shirt that says one more, right?
That's so funny.
I like working to intensity.
Failure. Yeah.
Failure.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it's banging. But we are actually, you guys won't see this straight away. Actually, you might do. Depending on the timing, we're going to do a little bit of gym challenges. 'Cause
Smoke, yeah.
we're going to see. So you'll be seeing that as well later.
So do I.
But look, it's been obviously a pleasure having you. But you tell us a little bit more about what you've got coming up, things you're looking forward to, what's going on with the content side of things. Just
Now that my exams are done, I want to kick like my content into play. Like, obviously, I want to try and do coaching, but I need to put a lot of time into it, and I
Yeah.
want to do it properly. I don't want to just say I've done coaching just for the sake of it, and I want to have backing. I want to advise people properly.
Yeah.
So I need to sit down and plan it out.
You got your photo shoot coming up as well. When's that?
October.
October. So
Yeah.
that's you're sort of locked in for then.
Locked in. So my calories kind of took a little bit of a toll.
Okay, so you're doing less calories now.
Yeah.
You're doing more just sort of weight training now.
Because it's a priority. Like I feel like Cali though, it trains my upper a lot more. I feel like it gives me more of a defined look. So I've been trying to do some at the end of each session, but my priority is getting my session done and cardio, then obviously Cali.
Yeah.
so how does it work with the whole modelling side of things then? Because I'm sure there might be a certain factor of looking too muscly, or am I just thinking too far into it?
I've thought about this, but then it should be good because like
I think it's what Biddy said. There's no. So it was interesting because I think you asked a similar question, but she made a really good point. Is that it just depends on what look the artist is
want.
looking for.
Okay.
yeah.
Because she made the point, it was like, I could think, like, she put herself in the comment where she was like, someone could say Biddy shouldn't be a model, but then there's 20, 30 makeup artists that want to do her makeup,
Yeah.
that want them to model for her, that want her to do her clothes, like, show her clothes off. So it's just, I think it's finding your niche and finding the artist that would want to sort of make you shine.
See, the word model, I don't think I should be a model because I'm more fitness. But then I do have a passion for that.
Yeah.
So I feel like...
No,
do I
but you
think
said it
though?
yourself though. You can mix and match.
Yeah.
That you can be a fitness individual. You can be a model. You can be. I
See,
don't
my
know what-
old thought process used to be was, because I used to be insecure, I'd never get to this point. So
I know what
the
you mean.
fact I'm here now is
It's like a limiting factor in your brain.
Yeah, limited factor.
Yeah.
Finance
Yeah, no, you
terms.
turn that off.
Yeah.
You do you. Was
Yeah.
it Slay Queen? How did they do
Clock
it again?
it.
No, you're
Clock it. That's it. I keep forgetting.
And where can people find you on social media?
Instagram and TikTok. My Instagram does better though than TikTok, so I mainly focus on Instagram.
Yeah,
So
nice.
Instagram's the main one.
Yeah,
We'll add both of them in there for you. Though.
Thank
Don't
you.
worry. Don't you worry.
get growing.
And as always, every Monday, new podcast comes out. We're posting daily reels on Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, YouTube, and actually not Spotify, YouTube and
TikTok.
TikTok.
I thought you were
yeah.
going to say Snapchat there.
I don't know why. We don't even have a Snapchat account, but it just comes into my head.
You
And I don't even use it.
though, you know, because they've got the spotlight on there, haven't they?
Yeah.
Is it actually decent?
I don't really use Snapchat. I'm such a granny.
Yeah.
I don't really use Snapchat.
I don't use Snapchat, and that's the whole thing.
I post like an odd picture here and there when I'm going out, but I
Yeah.
don't text people on there.
Yeah. But as always, people, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. You'll see new episodes out every week. Show Seema some love as well. Thank you very much for coming on.
Pleasure.
We appreciate your time. And we'll catch you in the next one. Peace. See you later.
Peace.